Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Whitney. Nice to have you all here. So today I am going to be updating all of you on like my full static nail experience. Okay, so I've been keeping like little notes, little updates throughout this entire journey, and I just took the nails off 3 days ago. And so I haven't had a chance to like just sit down and go over all of this. So yeah, that's what this is about. So this is like the end, final thoughts on all of this.
Hey everyone, it finally happened, day 5. So day 5 has been a rough day for my nails. First of all, I'm going to show you this one. This was the start of it. You can't even see it. There's like a huge crack in it. Can you see like toward the tip? A huge crack. I was disappointed. The worst part is I don't even know how it happened. Today was not like an extra day for me. It's Sunday. We were just lazing around the house, enjoying our day, going about our business. Today was a cleaning day. Maybe it had something to do with that. So yeah, that cracked. And then, as my husband and I were making our bed, this happened. Day 5. Now, I have a few thoughts. I think that this is mostly related to me not being the best person to put the nails on in this moment of my life. So, I'm feeling a little disappointed, but 5 days I feel like is not a long time, especially when other people say that theirs last like 3 weeks. What? Okay, anyways, that's my little 5-day update. I guess I'll glue this guy back on. I don't want to walk around like this. That would be unfortunate and not glamorous. Okay, bye for now.
Hey everyone, just wanted to do a real quick update. This is day 8 or 9, I think it's day 8 of my static nail wear. And it's kind of funny because today, of all days, 3 of the nails popped off like almost all at the same time. So as I was reading through the package and through their website, their nail glue is designed to dissolve slowly over time, so it lessens the bond. And I just thought it was kind of weird because like I started to feel them get loose and then pop, 3 almost immediately after each other. This is day 11, okay? And I don't feel as though there's too much more that I could say beyond day 11 with everything that I've experienced so far, that if I waited to do the review, that would really change too much, I don't think. At first, I did struggle and I chose the wrong size for some of my nails. It was a little too late after it was all said and done. And so then as the nails either loosened or popped off, I did go back on and put on the right size, and it was very much more pleased with the way that it looked. But initially, since these are reusable, I went ahead and put them back on and I made sure that I did it correctly. I followed the instructions to a T, and around, I would say like maybe day 7, a few more popped off, so I put those back on. Day 8, a few of the ones that originally popped off again. So I went ahead and put those back on. So for me, it's just been like this kind of like catch and go game of one nail will pop off, so I'll reapply it. And then a few days later, another nail will pop off, so I'll reapply it. Then a few days later, like 3 popped off right in a row, so then I went ahead and reapplied them. And today, my thumbnail popped off, and that was one that I had already previously re-glued, so I went ahead and reapplied that. So I feel a little torn. I think that for $12 is the value there for me personally. Absolutely. It is worth $12 for me, for my lifestyle, for the ability to just put them on and then not necessarily have to worry about them for a few days. I love that. I can never get nail polish to last at nearly as long as these have lasted. As far as durability, these things have definitely been through the ringer. You can see there on my thumb, like there is a slight like dent, and there's another one I think on this finger. Yeah, there's like a slight dent there. I don't know what I do that makes my fingernails like, you know, that I'm like grabbing things so hard that it makes them bump into stuff and dent them. But there have been no chips, no cracks, just that like little tiny line. And it's not that noticeable, you know, if you're out and about throughout your day. I barely notice it at all. So as far as like the actual durability of the nail, A++++. I love it. The wear though, okay, that's a little bit different. These nails are a lot longer. Let me just show you one that I have not used at all, because it's kind of interesting how these wear over time. So you can see, like, lined up next to each other, look how much longer this nail is versus that nail. And this nail specifically is one of the ones that I went back on and like chose a different size, a bigger size. So this nail hasn't even been on my hand as long as like this nail. Look how ridiculously short that is whenever you compare it to a nail like this. Like this is one that would fit this finger. Okay, look how much shorter that is. I am not at all thrilled about how they wear down so significantly over time. I mean, just throughout the regular course of like activities that a mom or, you know, a young woman or anyone would just be experiencing on a normal basis, I feel like the wear is not so thrilling for me. But as far as like the color, there is absolutely no variance in color. The wear, I'm fine with having to go back on like every, you know, 3 or 4 days and kind of like reapply some. So overall for me, I think I would rate this as like a B, maybe a B+ item. For $12, I think that the convenience is there. I think that it's amazing that they're reusable, and I haven't really seen any difference in the nails that I've reapplied versus the nails where I went back and changed size. Like there's not really a difference in the ones that I originally used, like falling off sooner or anything like that. So the fact that like I can pretty much keep these for a while, for a long time, you know, switch them out, get different colors, I really, really like that. So initially whenever I took the nails off, I was like, okay, great, there's like no damage. But then as I was going back, I was looking at my nails a little bit more, and like they were a little sensitive. So I just was thinking like, you know, after you've had long nails for a while, your nails are probably a little bit sensitive, like, you know, like that part of your finger that hasn't really touched anything for a few weeks. So for me, that's kind of just like what I was thinking it was. But then I realized, because the nails were coming like off at different times, like I went ahead and I popped off a few of the other ones just to kind of get it all done and over with in one day. And so the nails that weren't ready to come off, there is a little bit of damage. And I will show you the worst ones. So it looks like it's mostly just these 3 fingernails. So these 3, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see it in the camera. Maybe if I like move a little closer like that. But these 3 fingernails are the ones that like were really holding on because of the glue. And it was only because I had like a few days earlier just glued them back on. And so like once all the other ones really started to kind of like come off all together, I went ahead and just removed all the other ones that weren't as loose because I didn't want to be out, you know, in public, like losing nails left and right. That's so gross. So I went ahead and removed those that night, and there was just a little bit of damage. But to tie together this whole experience, I think that I absolutely love the nails, personally. I do think that they didn't last quite as long as I was expecting them to, based off of things that I had heard in the beauty community. Some people got them to last like, you know, as long as 3 weeks. Some people about the same time frame as me, and I was at the like 18-19 day mark. And so for me, like for a manicure to really last that long, I think that it was absolutely worth it for $12. Plus I still have them and I can still reapply them at any given moment. The only reason I haven't is because I want to order some other ones. I want some different colors, different shapes, and just play around with it. Plus I am going to do something hilarious, guys. I am going to see how long my husband can last with nails like that, because he gave me so much crap about it. So it was just like, okay, fine, you think that you can handle this? Let's go, let's bet. So that will be a video to come. We are gonna do husband wears press-on nails, and I'm just gonna like follow him around for a day and see what his actual initial reactions will be and how he'll manage his day, and just like, I don't know, it should be pretty hilarious. And he even said, I can't imagine doing it. He said, if I had press-on fingernails, I would sharpen them things to a point and stab a bunch of apples and eat apples off my fingernails. I'm like, you sicko, you're so weird, but I love him so much. So those are essentially my final thoughts. I am going to be purchasing some more of those soon. I really enjoyed having them. And I think I covered pretty much all the other bases in my other ramblings about static nails.